Look, needless to say that the companies which are born in the digital era or the digital native companies have a natural advantage over companies which have a lot of legacy investments. Primarily because these companies have made a lot of investments in terms of time, money, effort spent in building these legacy assets, which they don't want to go to waste. The second point is about the culture of the organization. So, basically there is always some amount of resistance to change unless the leadership communicates the mandate very clearly and what are the outcomes and so on and so forth. The third reason why they are in a disadvantage is also because when you make a transition from the legacy systems to a digital era, there is the threat landscape also changes. So, there are ways and means how you have to mitigate those risks. So, that is why again there is a a resistance or certain disadvantages in going there. And the fourth is obviously everybody has to keep up with the pace of innovation. When you are coming from a traditional environment and making that transition into a digital era, you have to constantly keep pace with the with the innovation that is happening around. See, there are loads of literature on how to bring about that transformation, but I would just want to touch a few very high level but critical to make a transformation successful in an organization. The first part is the cultural issue. We have seen that the organizations where which have got the best outcomes of such a digital transformation initiative are the ones where there is a backing of the CEO and then it percolates down across the organization, which means that there is a huge amount of involvement in that entire process by the entire the company. So, this transparency and this communicating what the company wants to achieve through digital transformation is very, very key. The second part is about understanding their own businesses itself, because like I said, digital transformation means a lot of things. It can be process automation, thereby improving productivity and the cost benefits. It can be in the realm of the revenue, where many people see that there is a lot of benefits in the revenue space, where they are doing stuffs in helping give better customer experience, making it a market of one, getting more insights on individual customers, so on and so forth. But everybody have to understand that what business you are in and what are the key denominators of your business. So, as an example, if you look at some of the digital giants like an Amazon, for example, what they have typically achieved is exponential scale, because that was the key differentiator in what Amazon did against their traditional competition at that time. On the other hand, so basically they looked at doing a transformation and achieve scale through using technology. On the other hand, any traditional retailer to omni-channel retailer, when they make that first transition, one of the other key parameter might be the cost optimization, because it's a very low overhead industry. So one needs to understand that exactly what is the sweet spot in their business and go about the transformation accordingly. The third point is about constantly looking at the future. We have seen very typically what happens is, because of the way the innovations are happening outside and the pace of it, while we have started building our assets and taking too much time in creating a practice around a particular technology, by the time you get it into life, you will see that it has already become obsolete. So, that roadmap and defining it properly and helping execute as per that pace is extremely important in achieving a great digital transformation. So, again, I mean, it's a very related question, but our job, and the role that we want to play is, we have taken independent silos and categories, and we have doubled down our investments in specific areas. We have three large bets, which are cloud, security, and application and analytics. We are bringing in more and more investment. We are making specializations in those areas. We are also giving the same suggestions and advice to our partners, asking them to choose the area that they want to specialize in, and we are helping them in that journey.